sound system, let's turn it up. Up, a little louder, turn it up. Up, a little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down, universal sound. When we move the pound, take a look around. When we touch the town, not the way, stomping in my big black J's. Corny, get stuck in the maze. We never suffer fools, had enough of you. False friends and loose ends make me wanna fool. That we got another world tour touching every
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Detroit Lions and the New England Patriots. Strap in, this will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, gone. And right away, he lost the football. And the Patriots have it. Opening drive fumble, and the 4 miscues that they had last week. 4 turnovers, Charles. So this is a bad trend.
And Brandon, you and I both know that they didn't just ignore what happened last week. They focused on it, tried to get better. And when it happens here again in this game, the head coach is going to see that as a direct reflection on his message to the team, and it's not sinking in.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. And now a fumble. The ball's out. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Harris trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Second and goal from the 1. Throwing, Jones. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That one was tipped up in the air and fortunately fell away for the defense, because if the offense is able to grab that one, that's a short little jaunt into the end zone, because there's not enough reaction time off of a tip ball for the defense to rally and make a tackle. They were very fortunate on that play.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now Jones. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Jacoby Myers, his second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Now Goff. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's gone. Open man right side is St. Brown. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down. Jack Fox now gets set to punt. And deep to return it is Marcus Jones. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks. And plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
To throw on second down, Jones. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. Jones. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off-play action. Jones. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Harris running straight ahead. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll try the left side with Stevenson. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
The Folks kick is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. they have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Even though he recovered his own fumble, you know how much he hates to put the ball on the ground. He's going to be frustrated with himself.
And what do you think the time frame was from the time the ball escaped his grasp to him getting it back? It didn't take that long, right?
Right.
To him, it probably felt like hours because he's agonizing, like, I've got to get this football back. Able to get it done.
2nd and short now following the fumble. A first carry now for Craig Reynolds. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st down, it's gone. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Goff a handoff here to Swift. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to bring up the 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And he missed it. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Patriots at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones rolling to his right. That's caught by Myers. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 18. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Jacoby Myers really came into his own as New England's de facto #1 wide receiver last season. He led the Pats in catches and yardage and really showed what he can do as a top target and a safety net for his young quarterback.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Tracy Walker in on the tackle.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Folk connects on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Now to kick it away after the touchdown. From the 6. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Goff. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 83 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They did nothing the entire half. But out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll get this out in a hurry to Parker. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Stevenson. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Off the play fake. Jones. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Goff now looks to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Here's Goff. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have a Lions first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
On 1st down, Goff. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing again is gone. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Goff now looking to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the Patriots are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Taken down on the play by Aiden Hutchinson.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Parker. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
On the counter, it's Stevenson. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run once more with Stevenson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Here's Jones from the gun on third down. Touchdown, Patriots! Jonnu Smith, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. On for the extra point is Folk. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, Goff. Looking sideline, incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
He's trying to get it to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Third down here. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. From the gun on third down, Goff. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. From the 50, it's Goff. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for Detroit. 41 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now Goff. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On 2nd and goal, Goff. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
And when you run a drag route like this down near the goal line, you're hoping maybe you get an inadvertent pick to set your man free. A lot of people call them natural screens, but this was well defense, and they stopped him for just a short game.
And in for the Lions, touchdown. Jamison Williams with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. This time, the extra point up and good. And that makes it 24-13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. And what I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Now Jones throwing on 1st down. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Jones now on first down. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
A 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Foxborough. To throw again. Jones. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now Jones. Caught by Montgomery. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw again. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Jones throwing on 4th down. He'll buy some time. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And the Lions are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
He'd been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more. And throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They coming off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball. That cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that stand up and getting the ball right back, momentum may be shifting in their favor. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is gone. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 4. On the draw, Goff will give this to Swift. A beautiful fake. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Once again, it's Swift. Room here to run. Touchdown, Detroit. So there you go. They needed a big play, and they got one there on the touchdown run.
And that was a very important drive. Of course, they all are when you're trailing in the second half. But what I really liked, they didn't panic. They knew they still had time to run the football and keep playing their game.
The Lions will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Goff looking to throw. Able to get away. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. Takes it at the 7. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. It's caught by Aguilar. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
On 1st and 10, Jones finding Bourne here over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They hand this off to Harris, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 2nd and 12, Jones. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
New England on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Here's Jones on 3rd down. Open receiver here, complete, it's Parker. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 15-yard line. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Up the middle, here's Stevenson. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And throw right side complete to Parker. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Stevenson going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off.
Touchdown! Jacoby Myers. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Patriots are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Folk. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. A good start there on this fourth quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time. All right, it's not like they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
Goff throwing complete for Swift. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. They'll run the draw here with Swift. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On 1st down, it's gone. St. Brown making the catch. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Patriots.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
The Pats at the line ready to go. And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the fourth quarter. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. They find some open field here. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Damian Harris, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their fourth quarter lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Goff. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
They'll try it now with Swift. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, oh, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Goff. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels, they take the ball away, they change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for the Patriots, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Lions, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7.